What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're back with more juicy Destiny 2 news, updates and roundups. Of course, it's turned out to be a pretty busy couple of days in Destiny 2 with a new update and the arrival of the Outbreak Perfected into Destiny 2. In this video, we're going to talk about the heroic version of the mission, upgrading the catalyst for Outbreak Prime, and yes, I'm going to keep calling it by its D1 name. We'll also talk about a secret emblem that you can pick up, and a hidden exotic quest, which is kind of contained inside of the heroic mission itself. And it looks like we may get a pretty interesting reward from this. We're going to talk about Year 2 catalysts, which are finally going to be available, some custom weapon effects, teases from Bungie about reveals coming in the summer, and a couple of other things in this video, guys. So as always, if you enjoyed this one, a rating below really helps me out, but now let's get straight into it. So we really are burning that midnight oil right here. Of course, yesterday we got the new quest, the Outbreak Perfected quest, and this one you can pick up on Titan. I have got a full video breakdown of how you can actually do that, so I'll link that one down below if you are still catching up, but we can confirm that this is a free quest for all players of Forsaken, so you don't need the annual pass, and yes, this is the free exotic quest on the roadmap. But yeah, if you want those details again, it's linked below. But let's talk about a secret emblem that you can pick up from inside of this mission. So there's a pretty cool emblem here called Quarantine Zone, and if you look in your triumphs for Destination's The Last City, you'll see the Expedited Exfiltration Triumph, which is awarded for completing the 0-hour mission under the time limit. Now the time limit is actually 15 minutes essentially. You need to clear the 0-hour mission with at least 5 minutes remaining on the timer. If you can do that, you will unlock this triumph and you can get the emblem. And plenty of folks have already been talking about cheese inside of this mission. It's actually possible to have a member of your fire team kind of continuously open their inventory and then the destinations map or the director, and it will stop them from loading in, which will also stop the timer from starting. And it means that you can essentially do this with infinite or near infinite amounts of time, which is pretty ridiculous. But either way, you can do this in the normal version. That's where we did it. I believe it will probably drop on heroic as well, but if it's the emblem specifically you're after, then normal mode is the easiest way to do it right now. Of course, on top of this, there is the exotic catalyst for Outbreak Prime, and we can see it on the weapon right here. Increases nanite damage, and enemies that die with nanites attached to them generate additional nanites. So it sounds like a pretty cool catalyst bonus. Now to unlock the catalyst for upgrade, you will have to initially complete the heroic version of the 0-hour mission, and this one's located next to the farm on the EDZ director. There are some different routes and things that you'll have to take to actually get through heroic, and you will need to complete the normal version first. The major differences in terms of the actual locations you have to go to is that at the first kind of outside area where there is the big ship on the landing pad, instead of going to the ramp underneath the ship, you'll have to head to the right and go through the vent right here. And from here, there's a different route you have to take that does include a kind of massive jumping puzzle on the outside of the wall here. And this is a different variant to the one that you get in the normal version. So you have to scale along the outside of the wall all the way to the end, and then you have to jump out and round to the left. There'll be a pipe here that you can jump on, and a series of panels will pop out on a timer that you have to jump along to get to the other side. And after this, you'll get to the fan section. And otherwise, it's pretty similar, but you also have to go a specific route when you get to the vault room. So you can see these rectangular panels on the floor. You have to follow this specific route that I'm showing you right here and kind of zigzag across these panels. Then you can carry on and get to the boss fight, which is pretty similar, with the exception that the enemies are tankier. And in terms of catalyst progress, when you actually run this, we can get 20% of the SIVA particulates that we need, and then it actually locks out. So it could be much like the Whisper of the Worm quest, but this time may require 5 weeks, unless this turns out to be daily or something like that. So that is the exotic catalyst itself, but on top of this, there's kind of a mini self-contained exotic quest inside of the heroic version of the mission. So you can see right here, after you've cleared the first area of enemies, there's a keypad on the left-hand side. It'll say it expires in less than 1 minute, and you need to use keycards to access vault systems. So you need a red keycard, as well as a green and blue keycard. And then you also need to collect SIVA particulate, and it appears that this all happens inside of one run of the heroic, but no one's actually completed it just at this precise moment. That's partly because it may be a little bit buggy, and a lot of players are reporting this actually disappearing out of their inventory. We ran it twice in a row, and 2 of us had it disappear by the time we got past the second lot of enemies, while 1 of us still held onto it. Another run, we all had it all the way until the final boss, and for 2 of us, once again, it disappeared out of our inventories as we killed the final boss. And there are a lot of other reports of this happening, so it could be that there's a bug, but once you've got the item, there are a series of keycards that you can collect. So the first one is in that outdoor ship area once again. In the heroic version, you head to the right. This time you drop down through the kind of vent, go under this walkway right here. You'll have to shoot another vent out. You can come all the way to the end, and you should find a blue keycard, unless the quest has actually already vanished. The next one is going to be immediately before you go onto the outer wall jumping puzzle. So in the room where you head through the pipes to the outside, if you head to the right side of the room from where you come in, you'll find that you can actually go under the decking again, and here you'll find the green keycard. The final keycard is at the other end of the jumping puzzle. So you get through to the other side, you'll come into the main room here, and round in the corner, there's a vent opening with the red keycard. Once you've got all of these, that is the keycard section actually completed, and it looks like there is another hidden puzzle inside of the vault, but no one's managed to figure it out yet. Obviously, that's partly because of the time limit, but also because a lot of folks are having issues actually getting this far and still having the quest in their inventory. So it could be that it's bugged, it could be that there are other requirements or a secret, something we don't know about this just yet, but I will be sure to keep you posted, and if anyone posts a kind of update to this on Reddit or a video, then I'll be sure to immediately pin that in the comment section below. On top of this, any further details that you guys might have about it would be absolutely fantastic, because yes, there is another kind of quest hidden in here, and there's a lot of speculation that it could be for the Nano Phoenix ship from back in Destiny 1. This does make sense because, firstly, in all of the updated items for the game that we got yesterday, alongside the classified exotics, catalysts, and all of that, there is an unknown ship. I also spoke before about a requirement to collect a ship as part of the last city destination triumphs, so it definitely seems that the reward for this is going to be an exotic ship of some sort, and since Outbreak came back, it seems pretty likely that Nano Phoenix will in some form as well. So yeah, if you know anything about it, drop it down in the comment section, otherwise I will keep you posted on this secret quest. Another interesting element is that the Fallen Transponder for the Outbreak Perfected quest actually remains in our inventory, so it's pretty likely that we're going to be using that thing again. Now though, moving on for just a moment, of course, alongside all of this new content, we can now see exotic catalysts for every exotic weapon in Year 2. So that is obviously very, very exciting. Most of them are classified, so we can't see the perks that they get, but for a specific few of them, we can actually see the stat bonuses. So Cerberus +1 right here, and these stats are from LightGG, shared by Eander on Reddit, but Cerberus 1 is going to get +20 stability, and there is a listing for -30 reload speed, but that could be because of the perk that it's going to get. Malfeasance is going to get +20 range, which sounds pretty good. Trinity Ghoul, -30 charge time. Some of these stats could be a little bit buggy. Lord of Walls is also listed with a magazine of 40, but Wave Splitter gets +10 range and +30 ammo capacity. 1K Voices gets +30 stability and +20 ammo capacity. Queen Breakers will get range of +20, and there is a listing for aim assist +20, which has to be some kind of sick joke. But then for Two-Tailed Fox, we've got reload speed -30, weapon size +10, and then Black Talon also listed with some kind of magazine bonus. Obviously, these are very early stats, and any unique perks that they get are not currently visible, and that would be, you know, the perk like we see on the Outbreak Prime that we know we can unlock. And yeah, as far as how we'll get all of these, it's not entirely clear. I personally think it's pretty likely that at least a few of them will be linked to the 0-hour mission as well, but we will have to wait and find out. Another item that's been added that's pretty interesting though would be for custom weapon effects right here. So it's an item, it's listed as a legendary, and it just says use custom weapon effects. In the manifest for it, it does refer to VFX, so it appears that this is some kind of visual upgrade or modification for a weapon. Whether it being legendary pertains to the quality of the weapons that can actually use it isn't entirely clear, but there also are other manifest listings for masterwork weapons, so it could be a new kind of functionality for exotic catalysts, or maybe normal legendary weapons. We'll have to wait and find out, but it's definitely going to be a thing, perhaps some kind of unique weapon ornamentation system. So guys, that kind of rounds up what we know about the rest of the secret content as it stands at the moment. We're definitely still discovering stuff about 0-hour, so I will be keeping you posted, but yeah, it's certainly turned out to be a very interesting week. In terms of other stuff, of course, Bungie have confirmed that they're going to be at GuardianCon in July this year, and they teased that they're actually going to be showing off some new stuff to do with Destiny 2. Deej has dropped another teaser, just wrapped up a call with the GuardianCon team, and I can't wait to be in Orlando later this summer. We'll share more details on our plans for the big event soon. This will be an awesome celebration of an amazing community. So further teases, definitely it's looking like we could get some pretty interesting information about the future of Destiny, content that we'll get in Year 3 perhaps, and that's on top of everything else that takes place at GuardianCon, so yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty fun one. Finally, the invitation of the 9 was fixed. In case you want to check out some gameplay of that one, the kind of cutscene interaction this week, then I'm going to run it right here. And I've got to say a massive thanks to my pal Jarv and Aussie Halo for sharing the footage of the invitation this week. is one that I haven't quite gotten around to yet. But guys, if you've enjoyed this video, a like below is very much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a lot more D2 content. I will be keeping you posted here on everything that we learn about these catalysts and other quests. But yeah, for now, I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope that you have an awesome day.
I'm leaving. I'm going to go find them.
There is nothing out there for you, Orin.
Please don't pretend you care. This is a courtesy dredging.
I don't use that name. Not anymore.
Your friend Cam says otherwise.
Hand to my heart, I'm not lying.
You can't even hear yourself.
Orin, please!
I'm going, Wu Ming. This friendship, whatever you want to call it, it's over. Try not to get shot.
You want to go back to 1,000 years of the Traveler's Dogma, kid? Give up your freedom? Fine. You do you.